some hip music plays as you go all across town. Sometimes you're walking, sometimes via carriage, and sometimes it's like an open air carriage and you're just waving to people and kind of tossing bread to passersby in jubilation. And they catch it and wave at you and you wave back and you just taking bites here and there and just, you're just swimming in delight. Everything tastes so wonderful. You're only able to hit 3 of the bakeries because the other 4 in town are closed for the day. But those 3, when they find out that you're working for Improbus, they give you samples of their wares. Usually they're on the order of like 3 gold a piece, which is higher than like what regular bread would be. But they're official bakers, so they're able to jack up the price. And so you're just having a great time smiling and then all kind of synchronized walking to this hip modern music.
I'm just imagining us just being in one of the carriages, like tossing bread into the crowds, and like occasionally, like one time we just drive past an orphanage, and Gatsby absolutely beams like a really tough sourdough directly up to an orphan's head.
As you do that, the one orphan falls on his back, but the other orphans see the bread and recognize it for what it is and just kind of dogpile him in an attempt to grab a piece of that bread.
He's a goner. I've seen this before.
So Runii will actually go and reach into one of her pockets, and she will reach into one that's got a little cat embroidered on it, and she'll pull out from this small pocket an actual like black cat, and then she'll just whisper, go and cheer up that little kid, okay? And she will bring it over with like her mage hand and just like plop it next to the kid after all of them have finished like destroying them.
So he gets up a little bit battered because he was mildly trampled, but by kids, and so he was just covering himself. And then as the kids scatter with their piece of bread, he's left breadless. But then at that moment, your cat comes up and kind of caresses him on the leg as he walks up to him, kind of rubs his body against his leg, and you can see his spirits lift.
Yeah, because now he has a cat to eat.
No, Gatsby. I actually grew up in something of an orphanage. Like, I have a dad, but like a lot of the people I grew up with were orphans. They always just need some cheering up, and it can be kind of, aggressive at times. So I'm just glad I could help him out a little bit. I wish he could have gotten the bread that you threw at him, though.
Oh, I've got a spare one, and I built another one.
So you're on a carriage that is traveling away. Can you roll to hit for your throw?
Well, what I can do is, see, my faithful micropig Daisy acts as my arcane focus. So if I put a piece of bread in her mouth and I cast Eldritch Blast through her, I can totally...
It's like a t-shirt gun.
I basically hold her on my shoulder and bazooka a bit of bread straight at the orphan.
So,
well, let's just have a look. What's my range on Eldritch Blast? 120 feet. I reckon that ought to do the job.
Yeah, you're about 50 feet away, so that's no problem at all. You launch this bread from Daisy, and it hurtles through the air. This little boy that's caressing the cat kind of is still a little heightened, even though he's getting calmer because of the cat. But as a result, his head's a bit on a swivel, and he sees the bread out of the corner of his eye. He moves slightly, and the bread absolutely takes out the cat from his lap. So what ends up happening is the cat is on his lap, the bread hits the cat starts flying, but the bread stays right in his lap, kind of like one of those Newton's cradles.
Yeah, conservation of momentum.
Right. And so apparently the bread weighed exactly as much as the cat. The cat goes flying with a... And he's like, wow, a whole thing of bread for me. And so...
Or he's like, how did this cat turn into bread?
It happens so quickly. He's like, I guess this was a gift from the cat. And so he hesitantly takes a bite, and his eyes just get real big because it's delicious. And he's like, cat or not, I'm eating this. And he kind of gets up, huddles it to him, and runs to his the main room so he can start eating his bread.
And for the rest of his life, whenever he looks at a cat, he thinks, maybe it's really good bread. If in a couple of years we have to deal with a load of cat disappearances,
oh my god,
we'll keep a.
We'll know why. Yeah.
This bookmarked.
So we'll make a note of this for like 3 years' time.
Pugsley will lean over to Gatsby and be like,
You know, cats never forget, right? I'd watch your back. They're sneaky.
I thought that was elephants.
It's almost the same. They're like descendants or cousins or something.
It's good enough for me. I'm no biologist.
But what? Sorry?
Oh, I do not write biographies.
Oh, biography. I understand.
Yes, I'm no biologist, therefore I do not write biographies. So how would I know about the history of the relationship between elephants and cats?
History? Like, are we talking snakes now?
Possibly depends. Well, once again, I said I know nothing about animals.
Neither do I. Except for squirrels. Squirrels are pure evil.
Oh yeah, well, obviously. Have you seen them?
My worst enemy.
Yes, well, my worst enemy is libel cases.